This could be his last chance as far as political relevance is concerned. Lawyer Davo captured the political limelight in August 1996 when the United Democratic Party (UDP) was established. In a documentary prepared by Kerfato Media, the Davo family explained how party politics could upend their lives.
I was in the United States of America, and he joined me there to inform me officially of his decision. And to be honest with you, I never wanted politics, and he knew that. So he came, he said, Maya, I'm sorry, but the Gambian people have interest in me to lead the United Democratic Party, and it is time that somebody has to sacrifice for our children and our grandchildren.
I was in the US when he came, so he informed us, and I think I was about 20 at that time, but still a kid, so I was really excited because it's like we're going to State House. You know, the State House, that's nice, you know, without thinking of the consequences. Then he sat us down, the few of us that were in Maryland at that time, and said, it's good to be excited, but this is not going to be easy. This is a military, and I could be killed. I never knew what maimed was at that time, but he said I could be killed, maimed, murdered, or imprisoned. He said, you guys have to be ready for that.
Over the years, the UDP has contested every other presidential election, and Lawyer Dabo has always been the standard bearer. In the run-up to the 2026 primaries, one candidate that emerged and captured the limelight is Talib Bensouda, the mayor of the Kanifing municipality. Not only is he the mayor of a densely populated region, but Talib Bensouda is from a powerful and wealthy family. Some people are not keen to talk openly about it, but Talib's war chest could be the difference in the primaries.
You see, let's be honest here, Mr. Balde. Talib being who own a business, Talib, you know, from a wealthy family, you know, Talib is not here to ruin his family business, you know, in the interest of politics, okay, or being a president. So if we see that happen, then we will know that Talib came, you know, to, you know, he is spending his family's wealth, you know, politically, you know, to gain back something. Okay? And I don't think the family have anything that will be more, you know, financially, you know, that will be more than, you know, the United Democratic Party. That, you know, you see in one convention, one day they were able to make funds of, you know, millions, $7 million, 11 million the last time, you know. Some fundraisings were done, you know, when they have 11 million in Spain, and when they have the fundraise in America, you know, they raise, you know, almost how many millions, you know, just last year. This year also the same thing. We have 7 million in America, and the one in Europe is yet to come. How many millions would that be? Family, Talib's family cannot support family to that level. It's not possible. And it's not just about the finances. It's about the structures. How can they have those structures? You know, it's about the company, the MPs, you know, and their structures, the councils on the ground, and all those things. You know, Talib right now, this KMC chairman for UDP, you know, is 100% supporting Ousainou Darboe and not Talib. So obviously, who is Talib going to bring in KMC to be able to, you know, overcome that man's political effort in KMC when Adama Barrow couldn't, with his incumbent power, you know, came to campaign on KMC, they couldn't get the ground, you know, because of that chairman, UDP chairman who is there. You know, NPP cannot gain the ground from him. So you think Talib will financially be stronger than Adama Barrow, will financially be stronger than UDP to be able to. There is no way out for Talib. It's just going to be a political suicide.
Even before the primaries, sources within and outside the UDP told me that these two powerful women are the real powers behind the UDP throne. Adiyama Seka and Yamunda Yabo are behind Talib. The source further intimated that they control the UDP leader whose endorsement for Talib is opaque.
Already, he already got a camp. He already got a camp. You know, the Gambia, one thing we have to know, this question of somebody being young and old, Gambia is at a crossroad right now. Because this is a country for 60 years when we gained our independence. And still, we are struggling to develop on fundamental human rights, basic human rights. That is access to good road, clean water, electricity, you know, youth employment, healthcare, security. You know, we are still struggling with this. So we need somebody who will be able to salvage us. And also, the most important thing, that is constitution. We are in a constitutional crisis. Just imagine from a dictatorship, a decade from dictatorship. Still now we cannot have a constitution. We are still being ruled by the constitution of the dictator. This is so pathetic that, you know, Gambia, we need to be very careful as to who we are going to select to salvage our country. How is that the next president after Barrow going to salvage our country? One, to give us good constitution that will be the rule of law to govern the people. And two, constitutional institutional reforms. These are two key important things that Gambia needs right now. And with institutional reforms, you're not just talking of reforming the institution, and also to reform the civil servant, their attitude towards public office. That's also another challenging thing. When you reform the institutions and the people who are running the institutions are not reformed, still now is a problem. So there must be, you know, there must be TOR, terms of reference, you know, for the civil servant, you know, code of conduct, you know, that would be able to give us a good civil service, and also that will help us in reforming the institution. So these are challenges that we need very mature somebody who knows what has happened during the time of Jawara, during the time of Jammeh, and right now, even in Barrow's government that is in power. Because what we saw when Jammeh came, he said rampant corruption in Jawara's government. That is 30 years, 3 decades of Jawara's rule, and Jammeh said it's rampant corruption. Okay, Jammeh came, he ruled us for another 22 years, 2 decades, you know. And then from rampant corruption, Jammeh become even more corrupt than the Jawara region. Okay, Jammeh as an individual, as the chief executive, he become corrupt than Jawara and his ministers, the whole regime. Added to corruption, he brought us a dictatorship